What's up, boys and girls? The Human Carjack here, and I have a very special video for you guys right now. I couldn't wait. I got back from work right now. It's like 11 o'clock right now on a Friday night, but honestly, I could not wait for this. So I got a package in the mail today. You guys can see right over here, and it's got a little special something inside of it by SUBARU Mods. So let's check out what's inside this package here. Alright, boys and girls, so let's see what we got in here. Well, there are a couple of tabs here that say to pull, but they don't seem to be working. Oh wait, here we go. Now I figured it out. I don't even think I even needed the knife. Alright, so far we got a bunch of peppers in here. Yup, that's right. We got the Cobb Accessport V3. Here, that's actually the part number if you guys want to check it out, right over there. So this is good for the Forester XT and a bunch of the new generation WRXs. So let's open this up. Oh, we have a nice little case over here. So this is the casing for the actual Accessport itself. Looks pretty nice. It has Cobb written in there, right over there. So before we get to this, let's get over to the accessories. So we have a box right here. Let's open that up first. So I'm guessing this is, yep, this is the OBD2 cable. Alright, so we have OBD2 cable right over here. It's going to attach to the bottom of your car into that port. You can see right over there. That's the OBD2. And then this is the side that should plug into the Accessport itself. And then we also have a sticky, I think it has like an adhesive right here, a mount. Yeah, this is going to be a mount for the Accessport itself if you want to put it. Usually I know people put it on the windshield, on the left side of the, on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. So maybe we'll be doing that as well. Let's see what we have over here with the actual Accessport itself. First things first, we have the Cobb Quick Start Guide. Alright, so let's kind of take a look at this real quick. So just some installation stuff, some information on how it works, the different maps or the ProTune maps, things like that, how to load files and different maps onto the car. And it also works for here the different manufacturers. It says BMW, Porsche, Nissan, Volkswagen, Mitsubishi, all those other manufacturers as well. So nice little quick start guide there. You also have a USB, I'm guessing 2.0 cable right over here into whatever you want to call this. I think that's micro USB or mini, I forget, but it's the one that's like pretty universal. It's like on all Android phones and things like that. We also have the faceplate for the Accessport right over here in black. Now on Cobb's website they do have a bunch of different other ones as well. I think they're about 20 bucks each. They come in like camouflage and red and blue and all these different colors, and this is where you would mount it so it could go onto the somewhere over here. Yeah, the adapter plate that we showed before, it would stick right over here in the back, and then you would stick it onto the windshield. Oh, and you also have some stickers, some Cobb stickers. So now we have the Accessport itself, looking pretty nice, gray. It actually feels pretty light. It's just a sticker right there to remove the film. So we have all the different buttons, and I'm actually going to jump to another time right now where I'm actually going to start loading maps on right now. First thing you do, it says you have to plug in your key to the ignition. Alright, so you keep it in the off position. Alright, I'm going to plug in the Accessport. Make sure that the OBD2 connector is in there firmly, because this whole time I was wondering what the deal was and it wasn't turning on. So you just have to really snap it in there. You should see it starting up, and it also changed the little picture, the startup picture. You can do that as well through Accessport Manager. So the first thing you do is press install. So we're going to press install. Right. Now another thing, I think it's going to pop up real soon. So it says verify that the ignition switch is in the on position. Alright, so we're going to turn the key, 2 clicks, 1, 2, right there. You hear everything start up. Alright, so it says please confirm that your vehicle matches the identification results. So it identified that we're using a 2017 Forester XT CVT USDM. Alright, so we're going to press the middle button again, continue. So this is pretty cool. So I didn't know about all these extra maps that it has on it. So the anti-theft mode, if you guys don't know, there's no descriptions on Cobb's website. Maybe it's just not for the Forester, but I kind of did some research, and basically the anti-theft mode is, let's say you ever want to park your car somewhere and you don't want it to get stolen, the car will not start if this map is flashed. So I think that's pretty cool. We have the stage 0, pretty much stock. We're not going to do that. We have stage 191, I guess. Oh, these are actually the preloaded ones. I actually didn't know that they had preloaded ones. I thought, interesting. So I guess I just downloaded extra ones. Maybe they are preloaded. See, that's what I was thinking. But once I saw them on the website, I thought that, okay, maybe I just have to download them. But I guess not. So we're gonna go to the one that I downloaded, or you can go to the one right above it. So the one that's on the Accessport itself already is a stage 193, and it's the same thing. The one that I downloaded, I just titled it 2017 FXT, whatever. So we're just gonna press that. It's the same thing. Alright, so this is what I was talking about. So it says a battery charger is recommended. Please turn off headlights and all that. Climate control, so everything is on the off position. It says it may drain the battery and leave the vehicle inoperable. So this is something you guys have to be careful of. It says that my current voltage is 12.3 volts, so that's good. There's also an option that, just as like a fail-safe, it's basically going to turn off the Accessport if it suspects that the voltage is too low in the battery. So I'm going to press continue on this. Alright, and it's going to take a little bit. It's going to download or upload rather, oh no, it's not doing the upload yet. It's saving the factory ECU data, so it's going to replicate the stock map, which is pretty much the stage 0 that we downloaded, and the stage 0 that's already on here. So we're going to give this a minute. Alright, awesome. So it saved the factory data, and now I think it's going to upload our stage 1 map right now. Alright, so the upload just finished. It says please turn and leave the ignition in the off position to begin vehicle re-initialization. So we're going to do that right now. Let's turn it off. Okay, so everything's off now. Now we're going to press continue from there. Alright, so it says please leave the ignition off while the vehicle re-initializes to complete the reflash process. So it's going to keep it off, and then the reflash is going to do its thing. It's actually going really quickly as opposed to the upload. So let's see what happens. Alright, so please turn the ignition key to the on position now, so that the Accessport can begin the reset procedure. Alright, so we're going to turn it again 2 clicks. 1, 2. There we go. Okay, now we get the continue symbol. Alright, let's see what it's doing. So it's resetting the ECU right now. The cool thing about these maps, they're actually super small. All it does is adjust a couple of parameters. So the file for the stage 1, for example, was only 12.5 kilobytes. So it's really small. So successful. So it says installation successful. Please turn ignition key to the off position for at least 15 seconds before starting the vehicle. So I'm going to turn it completely off. Alright, we're going to keep the Accessport plugged in. We're going to give it a couple seconds, and then we're going to start it up again. Alright, so it's been over 15 seconds. We're going to hit continue. Alright, it says remember to connect to Accessport Manager for new features and updates. Alright, so here we have our gauges. So we actually just mounted the little, whatchamacallit, the little mount that comes in the box with it. So I'm going to take it right over here and place it right over there. Slides right into place. Alright, so I have it on the left side of the steering wheel. Whoops. Alright, so this time I actually got it to stay on there. So we got our gauges and all that. We're going to start up the car now and see what kind of information it's going to display. So it says monitor your vehicle with gauges and data logging. So I know that that's something that I'm eventually going to have to do a lot of, especially when I get the Pro Tune. Let's go through some of these things right here. Let's go to the gauges. And I know that's some of the things I'm going to have to keep an eye on. So there's different gauges here. I'm actually going to try and figure them out. So I'll come back to you guys in a little bit. So I don't really look at the gauges and stuff, but I just want to drive around a little bit now to get a feel for the tune, see what it feels like. So far I don't feel anything, just kind of driving around town, but we do have a small straightaway over here. I want to wait till I get past some of these lights over here. You know what, let's give it a quick pull. Let's see, we're going 40. Let's see what we get. Wow. Holy shit. God damn. That's the first time I really gave it a pull. And the one thing I noticed before too, before we started up this video, I gave it like a small little pull. You could hear the blow-off valve. That honestly, that's the biggest, at least audio difference that I hear. So that's pretty cool. But the low-end torque there, the low-end torque is massive. I know that the off-the-shelf tune gets you about, I don't know, I think it was around 23% more horsepower and torque. Or I think it's 17% horsepower and 23 torque. So you feel the torque. So I think stock is around 215 foot-pounds of torque, and I think now with the tune, or with the off-the-shelf tune, I think that's about 250, 260. I could be wrong. I'm going to get exact dyno numbers when I actually go for the Pro Tune, but let's do a couple more pulls here and see how it feels. Last pull was in sport mode. We were going 40 to 60, I believe. Right now we're going about 35. Let's see how we do here. Oof.
Damn, I felt that.
God damn, you felt that?
I felt that, yeah.
Holy shit. That's pretty awesome. I realized though I wasn't depressing the pedal as much as I could. I don't know why I stopped short. I thought that was like full on. But all right, we're gonna try one more time. Foot to the floor. Let's see what we get. Alright guys, so after doing a bunch of different pulls with the car, it feels a lot more responsive. The throttle feels very direct, a lot more linear, a lot smoother. So I think that's one thing that's like very overlooked about the Cobb tune. A lot of people say that the OTS map does need a little bit of tweaking, which I'm sure it does, but to this extent, the difference that I feel as far as smoothness, it's much smoother. The throttle is much more direct. It's more of a linear progression. I might have mentioned that before a little bit as well. Another thing that I really did mention, or that I did notice a lot too, is that on my commute to work today, I'm heading back now. I'm also doing a little experiment now, but I noticed that my fuel economy is a little bit better, as well as my startup. So my startup is usually a little bit raspy sounding. I do have a WRX mid-pipe along with a nameless muffler, 4-inch mufflers on both sides, so usually it sounds pretty raspy and pretty gross when it starts up. Not gross, I mean it sounds cool, but it does sound a lot less throaty, so it's a lot smoother the way it starts up too. I don't wake up the whole neighborhood now when I do it. It's still equally as loud, but it doesn't burble as much. So overall, I'm really happy. I'm really happy with all the preloaded maps, all the anti-theft, the economy mode, the stage 1 performance tune, and I just can't wait to get this all kind of refined a little bit more with the Pro Tune. So I can't wait to get a Pro Tune, put on the downpipe, and we're gonna go from there. So guys, I really appreciate you watching. If you have any questions about the Stage 1 Cobb OTS map for the 2017 Forester XT, let me know down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you guys have a modded XT, let me know what kind of modifications you've done to your XT, and I'll talk to you guys soon, alright? Take it easy. Peace!